I see what, chaps and chappets, Game Chap and Bertie here.
Yes.
Yes, fellows, and I dare say we are now discussing Super Smash Bros. On Wii U as compared with Super Smash Bros. On 3DS. Now, indeed, there have been many new features just revealed for Super Smash Bros. On Wii U, and it's got some people saying that perhaps the 3DS version is out the window now.
Well, yes, there's a lot of talk about it, and of course the Wii U has been announced with great fervour and a lot of large, major new features featured in this one that haven't been in previous versions or the 3DS.
That's right, of course. It's got a raft of new features, and people were very excited to see the Nintendo Direct covering that subject recently. Now, firstly, buddy, what kinds of features are we talking here as compared with the 3DS version of Smash?
Well, firstly, what they're bringing in that's never been before on any of the other platforms, regardless of 3DS or not.
Yes.
And that is an 8-man Smash.
That's very big, old boy.
It most certainly
yes.
is.
8-man Smash.
Yes.
Now, of course, I understand, indeed, the 8-man Smash mode won't necessarily be available online, but they have hinted that you may be able to play with more than 4 players at once on the screen online. Now, indeed, of course, this in itself is a very, very big feature, because up until now, we've only had a top max limit of 4 players ever since the original game on the Nintendo 64. So for the very first time, we're going to have a lot more chaotic battles perhaps online, and indeed, they've also said they're going to be bringing in bigger stages to cope with the increased headcount.
Most certainly, yes. So, 8-man Smash, we've never seen it before. You said there that you don't think it might not be available online, but I would hope that it would be. What do you think?
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see for final confirmation of that from Nintendo, but certainly we can say that there'll be at least 5-player Smash Online, and that in itself is a very exciting new feature.
It most certainly is, and of course you need that bigger screen for all those new people coming in.
Aha! Indeed, the resolution on the Wii U is of course many, many times greater than the 3DS. The 3DS only has a very small resolution, around 320 by 240, whereas you can play it in 920 1080 HD resolution on the Wii U, and of course on a large screen as opposed to the small screen of the 3DS.
Well, yes, and for those of you that are interested and like your graphics, and I'm sure most people do, this is being called the best graphics we have ever seen in a Smash Brothers game.
Certainly it is, old chap. They are saying these are the best graphics yet, and I dare say it's hard to argue. They're very impressive, old chap.
Well, most certainly are. Yes, from what we've seen, they're extremely good, and a step up from the 3DS.
Oh, certainly. Now, of course, I have to just chip in here. The only advantage that 3DS holds in that regard at the moment is, of course, that it can produce 3D graphics, whereas the Wii U can't. But indeed, the resolution is so much higher on Wii U, and arguably, you're not really looking at the game in 3D anyway. You're just playing Smash Brothers.
Well, certainly, yes, you have got that 3D effect there, if you can get your eyes used to it.
Yes, of course, it's a 2D stage on Smash Brothers and always has been, so 3D is really a little bit pointless if you ask me, old chap.
Well, maybe, yes indeed. Now, what else have they brought into the Wii U in terms of features?
Yes.
Well, one of them, of course, is Mewtwo.
Mewtwo! Well, that's right, of course. Now, with this announcement, Mewtwo was confirmed as returning at long last to Super Smash Bros. As a DLC. Now, in case you didn't realise this, you actually have to have bought both the 3DS and Wii U versions of the game in order to qualify to receive Mewtwo as a free download character. Those of you who haven't got both versions may indeed have to be coughing up some bucks for Mewtwo when he's released later in 2015, perhaps.
Well, yes, no, I don't know how people feel about that, but it looks like you're going to have to buy the 3DS version just to get that.
Yes, indeed, old boy. Or it could perhaps mean you'll have the option to buy Mewtwo as a DLC character next year.
Well, possibly, yes, indeed. Now, people have also spoken regarding characters now about Ridley. Is Ridley going to be in the game? Is he going to be a character playable, or what? Well, it seems that Ridley will be coming back, but not as an actually as a character.
Indeed, old boy. We did speculate many months ago that Ridley might be playable, and we were sort of right. And the people saying that he wasn't playable were also sort of right, because you'll see Ridley is not a playable character as such. He's actually an assist character, similar to the little chap that appears on the ORET stage on the 3DS game. That's the little, sort of Birdman sort of sprite character. He fights for you. Now, Ridley also fights for you, but of course, he has a rather more complicated mechanic. You can actually KO him yourself to get a point, and KOs he earns will count on your record at the end of the match. So he really is an important feature of the new Pyrosphere stage, and he's almost as good as playable if you ask me, old chap.
Well, yes, he's certainly got some moves there. Now, is he specific to any particular player or stage? Or
oh, yes. You have to firstly find him on the Pyrosphere stage and then trigger him in order for him to fight on your side. And of course, he'll be your ally for the match once activated or until he's knocked out. But if your enemy destroys Ridley or knocks him out, they'll get a stock point on their record at the end of the match. So they could indeed use that to actually beat you in the game, even if you knocked them out more times than they did you.
Aha, so we've got 8-man Smash new. We've got Mewtwo we've got Ridley as an assist. Now, also, apparently, I'm sure many of you can remember enjoying lots of fun, speaking to people and having nice conversations in Call of Duty and things like that in Battlefield.
Yes. Pleasant
with voice chat.
conversations, yes.
Yes, with voice chat.
With mature players, you know.
Yes, of course, yes. So they're bringing in voice chat as well for the first time in Smash Brothers.
That's right. Now, of course, Nintendo are perhaps a bit wiser than some other companies in this area, and they do realise that some chaps on the internet just want to ruin other people's fun. So it seems to me as if they're going to be limiting this to friends only for the time being, and you won't be able to swear at each other, etc. and so forth in the middle of a match. You'll only be able to talk before and after the match. So perhaps encouraging more civil conversation there, I think, old chap.
I see. So we've got voice chat. Still the first time, though, in Smash Brothers. We've never seen it before.
Indeed, it's a first for the series, and rather exciting because on the Wii U gamepad, there is a microphone!
Yes, there is!
Yes, indeed, I say. Now, what else do we have on Wii U?
Well, also, they're going to be adding tournaments.
Really?
Tournaments,
Tourneys,
yes.
and there have been talks of official tourneys from Nintendo coming soon also to the console version, whereas we've only got Conquest mode on the 3DS for now.
So when we say official tournaments, could it be you could actually play a tournament from your front room, as it were, your house?
Oh yes, they've got 64-man tournaments, and the winner will be announced with some sort of great fanfare, and his name placarded all over the game for people to see, so it's rather fun.
So that's a first really that's being done by Nintendo. Third parties have had a go, just people playing tournaments and things, but
yes,
first by Nintendo.
These are official in-game tournaments, rather exciting, I say.
Right, now, new modes, event, match and enhanced, I believe, is included within that.
That's right, the event matches return from Super Smash Bros. Brawl and Melee. They are back with a vengeance on the Wii U version, whereas once again they're missing from the 3DS outing, and also the Wii U's classic mode is enhanced and upgraded over the 3DS one.
It most certainly is, yes indeed. So as you can see there, folks, we've got an awful lot of things being added into Smash Brothers. New features which we just haven't seen before, and are not on 3DS. And I say are not on the 3DS, you see. So where does that leave the 3DS? Now, one person said, with interesting statement, he said, I feel that, I've just bought a demo with this 3DS.
Well, indeed.
It feels like I bought a demo.
It's a stripped-down experience, some people are saying, and they're sort of complaining and moaning and saying, well, what is this? I mean, when the Wii U one's coming out, what on earth's the point of having the 3DS one to begin with?
Well, most certainly, and I think if the 3DS had come out after this one, they probably wouldn't have made many sales, I don't think.
I seem to recall, indeed, Fidelis, a chap from Nintendo did say something along the lines of the 3DS being a tide-over or to keep us going until the launch of the official Wii U outing, and no doubt from a sales perspective, Nintendo will be looking to use Smash Bros. Wii U to shift a lot of consoles, so they've really had to get it right and make sure it's a big improvement over the 3DS one to encourage people to buy, but the question is, have they gone too far this time?
Well, exactly, that's the thing. And of course, fighting games on small consoles have never been really that popular.
No.
They tend to be better off on the larger screens, and people have said that.
That's right.
Some people saying, well, I can hardly see the characters. They're so small I can hardly see what's going on. I can't sort of do my moves properly.
Well, even the developers acknowledge this, Fidelis, because they included the feature whereby there's little lines around each character to help you to see them. So they must have known it was an issue before they launched the game, but they felt confident, obviously, that those lines help you to see what was going on.
Exactly, so possibly the only real advantage of the 3DS we can see is perhaps the 3D graphics, as you say, and perhaps possibly the Smash Run that they included.
Indeed, it does. Yes, of course, the 3DS does have Smash Run exclusively, but then the Wii U gets its own exclusive game called, I believe, Smash Board Party or something like that, which is, of course, a bit like a Mario Party game with all those fun elements thrown in. So, really, the only advantages standing out to me on the 3DS here, Fidelis, as much as I hate to have to say it, are that it possesses 3D graphics, of course, over the Wii U, and also it's portable. You can take it wherever you want to go. In every other respect, we appear to be looking at an inferior game here.
Well, it looks that way, and certainly if you wanted to get into tournaments and playing, almost professionally, as it were, for want of a better word, you're going to need that larger screen, to really compete.
And crucially, you're going to need the right input method, probably a GameCube controller, or perhaps for some of you, a Classic Controller Pro, etc., and so forth, in order to really be able to match up with your foes there, who will all be using similar equipment, because of course that's where the highest level of Smash currently is.
Exactly. So, yes, good point. So, is the 3DS now, has it become, or will it become irrelevant, redundant, and just done away with?
And defunct. Well,
and defunct.
Indeed. Well, certainly, I think I'm quite enjoying Super Smash Bros. On 3DS, and it's important to remember that soon the new Nintendo 3DS will be hitting the States with its brand new C-Stick. Now, I personally have tried the C-Stick in Smash, and it's very good. It does indeed improve the way the game feels quite a lot. It allows you to perform area attacks and smash attacks and all sorts of different techniques rather easily. Advanced techniques become more available and readily accessible, and so that will improve the gameplay, I think, when the new 3DS 3DS does arrive in the West, but until then, certainly players are looking at I must say it's a weaker game, old boy. The control scheme is weaker, the graphics aren't there, the screen is smaller, the modes are stripped down. I have to say, old boy, the Wii U version is looking very appealing right now.
It most certainly is, yes. A lot of excitement going around and fanfare being launched over it, and all these features they're adding. Looks like it's going to be a very good game, and the people may well be putting their 3DSs in the drawer and closing it.
Well, indeed, we'll have to see, old boy. Certainly, the only place the 3DS does reign supreme is, of course, on the move when you're out and about and want a quick round of Smash. But so perhaps all is not lost for handheld gamers, but certainly the definitive Super Smash Bros. Experience in the future will be on the home console Nintendo Wii U.
Most certainly. So 8-Man Smash, Ridley, Mewtwo, and all the rest of it. Better graphics and new modes and all sorts.
That's right, and new music, I say. It's all there, videos. There you are. This hasn't even Game Chat and Birdie discussing Super Smash Bros. Join us again in the next exciting news outing, I say. Until then.